Hi, so today I'm going to be doing my Queen of Air and Darkness review. As you can see, it's a fairly large book, so this review is going to probably be either broken in two parts, or the video is going to be extremely long, which I hope not, but we'll see. I wrote all the notes and everything on my phone, so hopefully we can get through all of them in one sitting and we don't have to worry about doing another part. But yeah, this is the third book in the Dark Artifices series, which is this is book 1 and this is book 2, which is my favorite book, by the way. This is my favorite book series, like one of my favorite book series, because it's just really, really good and just, I really love it. I thought the writing was great, the characters are great, the overall the story was amazing. So let's get right into it, yeah? So, getting into the notes. So the first thing I want to say is I adored this book, though I was really emotional throughout the majority of the book. And the majority of the time I found many things to be pleasing, and I am decidedly happy with the outcome of this book. The conclusion was great. I just have to say that. I'm excited to see like the sequel series to this, which is The Wicked Powers. And it's where Kit and Ty and Drew are the main characters this time, and we're going to be following their story, and I'm just really looking forward to that. They're at the forefront, so it's really good. This book has been honestly a true pleasure to read, and I'm excited to see what's next for these beautifully written characters, because honestly, these characters deserve to be like totally, they deserve the love they get. The first thing I want to address openly is Julian's character for the first half of the movie. The book. I really want to address his character, like, throughout the first half of the movie. The book. Julian honestly did not impress me by having Magnus do that spell on him to make him like deplete his emotions and have them blocked off. Like, that was just terrible. I was not in agreement with him at all, and I'm glad he regretted it in the end, because honestly it was really fucked up. Him not feeling emotions for anyone, especially like Emma and Ty, that was like terrible, because like Ty looks up to him. Ty wanted to talk to him most, and he just like kind of just wasn't there for his brother, and it was just like, it was gut-wrenching, honestly. I just didn't particularly like that part of the book. And I was not happy when Magnus, a beloved, wise, and funny character, would go along with something like that. Though Julian had his reasons, and it was why Magnus was sick, which I didn't really like that. It didn't make any sense, honestly. And why Magnus decided it was beyond, like, my fathoming. I'm happy he regretted it too, and it undid the spell, because, like, it was really, like, messing up. It was messing with his life, and it just didn't, no. I personally think Julian should have thought through his plan before having his emotions depleted, because Ty and the others They needed him, his reassurance, his love, not a cold-hearted blank slate. Like, really? Come on. In the most crucial time of their lives, when they lose a sister, that, you're not there for them? I don't like that. I love I love Julian no less than I did in Lady Midnight either, just disappointed by his actions. Now, on to the next thing. Through this entire book, I felt terribly sad for Ty because, well, I'll explain that. He is an autistic character who didn't understand the gravity of his sister being truly deceased. Not diseased. He felt as if he could not live without her, and while he had Kit, he still believed she can come back to love him. See, his sister died, his twin sister, I should say, died in Lord of Shadows, and he doesn't accept it. So, yeah, I felt so terribly bad for him. And I love the dynamic of Kit and Ty's relationship since Lord of Shadows. The two were honestly made for each other, platonically, and I believe romantically, if that's even possible, if that actually happens. Kit understands Ty, and he wants to keep Ty as safe as possible, but because of Ty wanting to raise Livy from the dead, and Kit wanting to protect and respect Ty, their relationship kinda ended on a low note, with Kit abandoning Ty, and the Blackthorns to live with Tessa and Jim. Don't get me wrong, I love Tessa and Jim. They are like two of my most favorite characters out of the whole Shadowhunters Chronicles. And I really love their protectiveness of Kit and their adopting of him. But I felt Kit should have said something or left a note at least for Ty. I was disappointed by Kit's decision to leave leave without saying goodbye, because honestly, that was really effed up. I know how he hurt because he thought Ty didn't care about him, and he was thinking that, because of something Ty said, and that's kind of why he left. But it isn't true. Ty does care about him, and it's just really sad. I just felt, honestly, the relationship shouldn't have ended the way it did, because I was rooting for these two characters through the whole last two books, and I'm just like, really? Why does it have to end on such a low note? Honestly, they should have just communicated. And I also really love the scene where Kit tells Ty he loves him. That made my heart swell. Hopefully Ty can say the same in the Wicked Powers, because mostly he just kind of was like, he just looked at Kit, and it was just like, he was like, what? That what moment. Everybody has that what moment. And it's just like, what? I'll probably read that scene at the end of this, because honestly, it was one of my favorite scenes, because I just really loved Kit in that moment. And I do hope I do hope in the Wicked Power series, Ty and Kit do reconcile, I think it's reconcile, and become more than just two teenagers on the hunt for ingredients to raise the dead, because that was the majority of what they were doing in Queen of Air and Darkness. Another note I want to make about Kit and Ty is that they had an agenda to raise Livy, as I said, from the dead, because without her, Ty didn't think he'd be able to live, because it's twin, and she's always been there, it was like his security blanket, I think. It's kind of like his security blanket. Kit went along with Ty till the end, just before he raised Livy's ghost. And I wish very much Ty could have seen the error of his ways and bring it back. Livy would only cause him more pain and the other's pain. If Kit would have spoken out sooner, maybe their relationship would be, like, mended and not, like, separated like it is, like, torn, like, in half. And, I just really felt bad for both of them. What I disliked about Julian's no emotion scenes is when Ty actually tried to tell him about his plan to bring back Livia, and Julian couldn't really say anything or didn't really want to hear it because his emotions were like, nope, not gonna tell you, not gonna let you say something, show who you really are. He was just so blank, and my heart hurts for Ty because he relies on his older brother so much because their parents are dead, and it's just really, really difficult. I wished Magnus would have been better at that time, so he could have taken the spell off, and Julian could have talked Ty out of it. If he had been so, Ty wouldn't have lost Kiss, Kit, and raised Livy. To be honest with you, I just think he would have been able to stop Ty. Shut up, buddy! Personally, and to the next, bit, which happens to do with Mark, Kieran, and Christina. Personally, I love the polyamorous relationship between the three. I love the concept of the forbidden and strange love, with Kieran being a fairy prince, with Mark being a half shadow, half fairy, and with Christina being a full-blooded shadow hunter who's connected to fairies. I love the passionate connection, oh my god, between Kieran and Mark. I love the way the Wild Hunt brought them together, and then brought them apart, then brought them together through Christina. Man, their love story is woo, it's like a roller coaster. They loved each other despite whatever they went through or caused, and I think that's honestly so beautiful. And I personally loved how Christina was afraid to really love Kieran and Mark both, and they didn't really want to separate them because they have an otherworldly love, and I think that's so sweet. And I honestly really loved how they came together in the end, confessionals and all. And I love how in the book Christina contacted Adium. I think that's how you say the name. I'm not sure. Twice in the name of Kieran, which it's Kieran's brother. First to save his life, the second to give them sanctuary in his cottage, so the three could be together because Kieran became king, and king of the Unseelie court, and he cannot have a human consort. He has to have a fairy one, and he's unable to get around the rules. So I applaud Christina and Aiden for being able to have that little sanctuary where they can just be in love and not have to worry about the court's rules or anything like that. And besides Magnus and Alec, the relationship is one of my all-time favorites, other than Jim and Tessa, and Kit and Ty, and Isabel and Simon, because I like Isabel and Simon. And it will be probably until Kit and Ty become an official couple, because I'm waiting for that, lead gay story. Anyway, on to Drew's part of the story. Drew is the youngest she's the youngest Blackthorn sister. There's Tavi, and he's a dude. He's the youngest, but she's one of the youngest. I'm really glad she got incorporated into the story somehow. There was more scenes with her. She was more involved. She was given a chance to help Kit and Ty with the shadow market and getting Barnabas hell out of the way. So, I don't know how to say her name, but the Hex Warlock can get her claws on it, and I felt it helped her honestly become less lonely and more connected to Ty, who sees him as a role model, which I think is so sweet. Like, honestly, I really love Drew and Ty's relationship. I like that Drew's honestly not afraid to break the rules and do the same, or like do things no one else will. Like, for example, she picked the locks to Angel Gia Penhalo, Diego and Jaime Rosalie, I can't say the name. I think it's Rosalie. Anyway, but yeah, she ungelled them and she let it, like, she helped them. I also like that she took a stand because of Tavi when Julian and Emma became true Nephilim, which is giants, like they're super huge. I love the initiative she took in standing up to Helen, which is her older sister, and telling her what needed to be actually done. I really like that about Drew. She's not afraid to, take the lead. I do love the blossoming friendship between Jaime and Drew. I think it's Jaime, or is it Jamie? I don't know. Drew that blossom as well. I'm looking for I think I already said that. I'm looking forward to what significant role Jaime plays in the Wicked Powers, because I know he's going to be a significant character in Drew's story, as he was in most of this. I'm also looking forward to learning more about Ash Morgenstern, which is Sebastian and the Sealy Queen's son, and what he runs with Drew as well, because in Queen of Air and Darkness, there's a scene where he picks up a drawing Julian did of Drew in full, and it's of Drew, and she looks lonely, and he's kind of like intrigued by that, so I'm thinking there's, some things happen with them too. And then there's this one scene where Emma, and on to the next thing. There's this one scene where Emma is slashing through skeletal steel thorns of the Unseelie Tower, and Durando, I think it's Durando, appears in her hand, and she makes a pathway using the sword. Honestly, thought Emma was completely badass in that scene. She was amazing, and you could tell even Julian, who was depleted of emotions, was astonished and amazed. And I'm glad for Cortana's brother's help. Cortana is Emma's blade, if you have not read this series. But yeah. Sorry, I needed to get a drink. My mouth is getting dry. Speaking of Cortana, Emma's beloved sword, I did not like the fact Emma went without her sword from the majority of the book. Cortana's an important part of her, honestly. And I felt like she was missing a piece of herself because Cortana was not with her, and I think without Cortana, Emma isn't Emma, to be honest with you, or Julian. I also hated the fact that Cortana was in the hands of Zara Dearborn. Absolutely hated Zara and her ridiculous father Horace. It only seemed like Zara wanted everything Emma had, and to destroy everything she couldn't have. And honestly, I thought Zara was really envious of Emma throughout the whole book, and that's why she kind of wanted Cortana and to kill Emma, because she wanted everything. I mean, I feel like that was Zara's whole thing. And Horace, honestly, he was wrong for parading Dane Larkspear's corpse in front, half-eaten corpse in front of the gathered Shadowhunters in that one meeting, including the kid's own parents. Oh my god, that was terrible. I really hated him, truly, for that. He was so evil for that. I can't imagine how really destroyed his parents were. And not that Dane was like the best person ever, but that's like fucked up. That's super fucked up. And on to a little bit about Kieran and some others. I'm gonna take a break for like a couple minutes so I can regain my breath and just get unhot right now. So hi, I'm back. Just really was getting hot there, and yeah, I just needed to catch my breath. So on to the next thing. I loved Kieran's redemption arc because in the first 2 books he was kind of like iffy, you know, kind of shady. He went from being kind of like a possessive, brutal person to being someone who actually was kind and caring, especially towards Mark and Christina. He even saved Samantha Larkspur from the pool. I don't know the name of it, but you know, it's a pool where it shows you what you've done or whatever. Despite her torturing him, and through it did nothing to save her from her own mind. But like, I really loved his redemption arc because he just struggled in the first 2 books. Gemma and Tessa had been introduced throughout the series multiple times because Gemma's connected to Emma, so because she's a Carstairs as well. So now she really loved their featuring because they deserve more. I think they deserve so much more. And I love how Jim is always present for Emma and cares for her like she's his own daughter. I really love that. I love how the two of Tessa and Gemma are determined to protect Kit from the fairies because he's half fairy. Really, buddy? Because he's half fairy. And I'm excited for Jim and Tessa because they're gonna have a child. I'm so proud of them. Like, honestly, I'm really proud of them because they deserve it. I look forward to meeting their child in the Wicked Power series because obviously the child's gonna be about like 3. I think it's about 3. Maybe not. Yeah, I think the child's gonna be about 3. And I'm looking forward to that. And then there were features of Magnus and Alec throughout this entire book that I personally love because I love Alec and Magnus. And Magnus is like a big warlock that shows up in like legitimately every story ever written. And it's gearing up for the storyline is gearing up for their stories that are coming out this year. The Eldest Curses, I think. And I love really how Magnus and Alec do not want to leave each other's side, and Alex makes sure that Magnus was well cared for during his blight sickness, which I thought was so sweet. Like, I really love their dynamic in the story. I especially, honestly, loved the wedding scenes for Magnus and Alec at the end. I think it was a wonderful way to end the book. And I love that Alec offered the Shadowhunter Alliance, Shadowhunter Downworder Alliance to Mark, who has a foot in both worlds, considering he's half fairy and half Shadowhunter. So he has his foot in both worlds. And I thought that was sweet. And hopefully Diego becomes the Inquisitor, because I think he'd make a good one. And I'm looking forward to seeing Simon and Isabel actually get married. I wonder if she's ever going to make them actually get married. And Clary and Jace. And hopefully they will come in the Wicked Powers, maybe the Eldest Curses, I don't know. And I loved how in Fool that Livy is alive, but I am saddened that she lost her other tie, and many of the great heroes were like deceased because the battles of Berlin, I think, and a lot of them were dead. And I honestly, truly felt terribly for Magnus and Alec, because though Alec had to kill Magnus, had his request, and Alec turned the knife on himself, and it was really, really sad. And where was Simon and Thule? I want to know where Simon was in Thule. Like, is he alive? Is he dead? Or is he just hiding? Just, gathering his strength? I don't know. I wonder where he is. I had some light. Hope some light is actually really shown in the Wicked Power series about Thule Simon, at least, because I'm kind of curious. And obviously, since there's there's so much in this book, and I don't want to take up a lot of time, I want to wrap up this review with reading a few scenes I found completely lovable and funny, and conclude with talking about the cliffhanger of the epilogue. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I have them screenshotted because I don't feel like sitting down and opening the book. So the first scene I'm going to read, it's from a Proud Tower chapter. I'm not sure which chapter that is, but it features Helen and Mylene, or Eileen, I don't know. Anyway, she's like, "Who hates you?" Eileen demanded. "I'll kill them." And Helen's like, "My brothers and sisters. Please don't kill them, though." Eileen looks stunned. What do you mean they hate you? And Helen's like, "Ty ignores me, Drew snarls at me, Tavi despises that I'm not Julian, and Mark doesn't hate me, but his mind seems far away, and I can't drag him into this." Like, she's, like, during that, like, scene, she's, like, kind of, like, depressed because her siblings are not, like, on board with her being back, and Julian's not there, and it's just really hard for Helen and Eileen. And Eileen's like this tough, like, little cute thing, and she's like, "I'll kill them," but no, she's really cute. I think their, like, little love story in this was cute. I mean, they're married, but you know what I mean. So Christina is going to Mark for some reason. He'd been up at I'm gonna start it to, like, this one scene. But she wasn't, and she couldn't. Christina touched her necklace, whispered a quick prayer to the angel, and headed down to the hall to Mark's room. He'd been up as late as she was, so there was a high possibility he was still sleeping. She had knocked on the door hesitantly, and then harder. Finally, Mark threw it open and yawned and was stark naked. "Hajol!" I don't know how to say that correctly. Christina shrieked, pulled her t-shirt collar up over her face. "Put your pants on!" "Sorry," he called, ducking behind the door. "At least you've already seen it all." "Not in good lighting," Christina, said. Though, I thought that scene was really fun when I read it. Like, it was super funny, because she's all naked, she's all, like, blushing and cute. But yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes. Okay, and next scene is, "Will you let me take it?" said Mark. "I do not have it quite yet. Only a Rosalise may properly use it, so I will go with you," said Kieran, who had propped himself up on his elbows. His hair was mussed, and there were shadows under his eyes. "You're awake?" said Mark. "I've been awake for a while," Kieran admitted, "but I pretended to sleep because it was awkward." I think this is what Eileen means by radical honesty. "Christina cannot journey into a fairy alone," said Kieran stubbornly. "It is too dangerous." There was another part to that scene, but I think And then later on, Helen sits down on the bed, and Kieran's all like, agrees with her or something, and she's all like, I have to ask you to remove yourself from my leg. You're sitting on it and it's becoming quite painful. I thought that scene was amazing. Then there's a scene about Magnus finding out Alec killed himself and from in full. So he's all like, okay, let's talk about the important part. Magnus turned on Alec with a furious look on his face. You killed yourself, why would you do that? Alec looked startled. That wasn't me. He pointed out it's an alternate universe Magnus, and something else happened in that scene. I didn't scream. I did not scream like that at all. And then there's a letter about okay, I'm not gonna read all of these. There's too many. But I'm gonna read the one scene that I really loved with Kit and Ty. Don't do this. Don't raise her from the dead, Kit says. But I have to, Ty said, his voice sounded stretched like a wire pulled taut. I can't live without Livy. Yes, you can, whispered. You can. You think this will make your family stronger? But it will destroy them if you bring her back. You think you can't survive without Livy, but you can. We can go through it together. Kit's face was cold. He realized he was crying. I love you, Ty. I love you. And Ty's face went blank with surprise. Kit plowed on regardless, hardly knowing what he was saying. She's gone, Ty. She's gone forever. You have to get through this. Your family will help you. I will help you, but not if you do this. Not if you do this, Ty. I thought that scene was so sad. Oh God, I thought that scene was super, super, super sad. But yeah, that was my favorite. That was like one of my favorite scenes with Ty and Kit. Anyway, I was gonna read the epilogue. Anyway, I'm just gonna say it. So Ash comes back to the Sealy Court with Thul Jace, and Thul Jace is trading Ash for Clary Fairchild, which is like, you know who Clary is, and so it leaves on a huge cliffhanger. So I'm pretty sure in the Wicked Powers they're going to be either fighting Thul Jace or some like crazy stuff's gonna happen. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm gonna conclude this video. I hope you like this review. I know I didn't address some things, but I didn't want to take too much time, and I only wrote down what I could, I really thought were important, like super, super important. Anyway, I hope you like and subscribe, and you follow my social medias linked below, and you'll have a great day. Goodbye.